Well, the Verizon Wireless Family Share Plan just got bigger, so I signed us up. Now you can IM and send text, pics, and flicks messages to anyone on any network as much as you want.
But we do that already.
Yeah, but now we can afford for Mom to quit her second job. Hola!
Now get unlimited IM, text, pics, and flicks to anyone in the U.S. on any network with the new Family Share Plan. Plus, buy one Samsung and choose another of equal or lesser value free. Verizon Wireless.
I'm crazy about hair color, especially L'Oreal's Excellence Cream. It frames my face with light, and Excellence Triple protects our delicate hair like nothing else out there. Plus, this formula won't drip, so it really covers gray. We're not crazy. We're worth it. Excellence Cream by L'Oreal Paris.
Take your beauty routine to a whole new place with Metamucil. Its psyllium fiber helps lower cholesterol, making your heart look ooh la la. Metamucil. Beautify your inside.
Your local news is next, followed by an all-new Tonight Show with Jay Leno.
For 7 years,
What kind of ring do you think I got?
I have no idea what kind of... It's not bad.
we've wanted them together.
Let's get married right here, right now, tonight.
Next Thursday,
You saved the best for last, huh?
be there for the happiest day of their lives. Arrive 10 minutes early for this extended event, the ER Wedding, next Thursday on NBC.
Next at 11, a SeaWorld employee arrested after making a threat, and a peacock attacks a child at the LA Zoo. Channel 4 News in 60 seconds.
This Friday and Saturday, Mervyn's is having a massive sale with incredible night owl and early bird specials. And don't miss Mervyn's Jewelry Spectacular event, Million Pair Sandal Sale, and the men's semi-annual wardrobe sale, all going on now, only at Mervyn's massive sale.
Oh, cool, thanks, man. Where are you guys from?
Foster Farms.
Okay, natural. Oh, carrot stick?
Foster Farms fresh chicken, always California grown.
Nice, man.
Unless your name is Rover, you shouldn't be digging for bones. Boneless buffalo wings. New at Carl's Jr.
Live from NBC4. This is the Channel 4 News at 11.
He told me to take my clothes off and to go up to the third floor.
Gripping testimony from the first witness at the Phil Spector murder trial. The trial in just a minute, but first, breaking news.
Yeah, Colleen, we begin with that breaking news tonight. It's coming to us as we speak from North Hollywood. Reports of a shooting outside a strip club there. Chip Page flying over the scene in News Chopper 4. Chip.
Paul, take a look. Now, this is Deja Vu Showgirls just off Coldwater and Satakoy. A confrontation taking place here just 20 minutes ago between several suspects. We believe there was a shooting. Not sure if anybody was hit here, but just a few blocks away. Take a look. We've got some tape. That confrontation spilling out over into the Van Nuys area. Now a gas station at Van Nuys and Sherman Way, where there was actually a victim hit by gunfire. LAPD there, you can see in the tape, conducting an investigation. The back window of that vehicle shot out, one bullet hole in the trunk. The extent of the injuries and the actual complete number of victims is still unknown at this time. We do know that there was at least 3 rescue ambulances dispatched here by LA City Fire, but again, unclear how many victims and exactly what happened here, but certainly a deadly confrontation at the Deja Vu Showgirls Club in North Hollywood. That's the latest forward ahead News Chopper 4. I'm Chip Page. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Chip, now to the Spector trial. And the testimony of his former girlfriend came after Spector's attorney wrapped up opening statements today saying Spector has an impeachable witness, that being science. The defense denied that Spector ever told anyone that he may have killed Lana Clarkson. Channel 4's Patrick Healy live at the courthouse with the story. Patrick.
Colleen, Paul, the prosecution is attempting to foreshadow the shooting death by introducing jurors to the experiences of other women with Spector. Dorothy Melvin testified that her fright came as Spector pointed a gun at her. Returning to court for the first day of testimony against him, long ago pop music powerhouse Phil Spector would hear himself described as charming and brilliant until, after drinking, he sometimes snapped and became lunatic. This from former Joan Rivers business manager Dorothy Melvin, who testified that one 1993 morning after staying over at Spector's then Pasadena estate, he confronted her with 2 guns.
I kept screaming at him, "What the F do you think you're doing?" And at that point, he took his right hand that was holding the revolver and smacked me in the side of the head and said, "I told you to get the F back in the house."
A decade later, Spector brought to his Alhambra mansion struggling actress Lana Clarkson, whom authorities found in the entryway, shot to death. The defense contends it was accidental suicide. In court, a Spector attorney explained his hands tremble because of medication he takes. Melvin's hands, in contrast, rock steady as she continued her narrative of her encounter with Spector.
He told me to take my clothes off and to go up to the 3rd floor. I was crying. I said, "Phil, don't make me do this. I don't want to do this. Why are you doing this?" And eventually he got up and he backhanded me with the pistol again.
On cross-examination, defense lawyer Roger Rosen attempted to highlight Melvin's statement that facing Spector, she stood her ground.
"Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?"
Right. Well,
yes.
That's talking to him, isn't it?
Well, it's not exactly conversational.
The defense did elicit that Melvin declined to press charges against Spector and, in fact, continued to correspond with him for several more years. Testimony resumes on Monday. Reporting live from the Spector trial downtown, Patrick Healy, Channel 4 News.
Okay, thank you, Patrick. Tonight, very strong accusations from officials in Garden Grove. They say the State Department of Corrections is using their city as a dumping ground for sex offenders. Channel 4's Angie Crouch is there live tonight for us with a story. Angie.
Paul, the Garden Grove Police Department says there just aren't enough cops to keep an eye on all the child molesters living in this neighborhood, and they want the state to do a better job of dispersing recently paroled sex offenders. Garden Grove police say these 2 motels near Beach and Garden Grove Boulevards have become a state dumping ground for registered sex offenders. Authorities say 21 sex offenders live at the Hospitality Inn and the Garden Grove Inn right next door to each other. Today, police passed out flyers with these photos of the sex offenders throughout the neighborhood, letting residents know the parolees are here.
Of course, we don't want them to harass these people, but we think that they need to know and they need to see pictures of them so they can be safe.
Police say by law, registered sex offenders can't live within a half-mile of a school, and these motels fit that criteria. The state pays the motels to house the most recent parolees, but police feel the State Department of Corrections is unfairly placing too many in such a concentrated area, making it difficult for police to keep an eye on all of them. The manager of the Hospitality Inn told us off camera that he allows the sex offenders to rent rooms here because business is business. Other motel customers say after hearing about the sex offenders, they'll warn their kids to be careful.
I try to do what I can to make them very aware of their surroundings, all the way to school, all the way back. I usually don't have them walking alone.
Now, tonight, the manager of the Hospitality Inn told me off camera that he does try to keep a close eye on the registered sex offenders he rents to. He says just last week he kicked out one man for making lewd comments about a young girl. The manager says after all the media attention focused on this issue, he may rethink his position and rent to less sex offenders in the future. We're live in Garden Grove. I'm Angie Crouch, Channel 4 News.
Tonight, the movie world is mourning Jack Valenti, who served as the voice of the film industry for 40 years. Tonight, flowers adorn his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Valenti started out selling popcorn at a movie theater. Later, he was a special assistant to President Johnson. Eventually, he became head of the Motion Picture Association and founded the current movie rating system. Jack Valenti died today from complications of a stroke that he suffered last month. He was 85 years old.
I know that it's early, but still we go to Decision 2008 and the first debate of the presidential campaign. It was held earlier today. All 8 Democratic hopefuls facing off tonight in South Carolina. Reporter Steve Handelsman was there, too.
Good evening and welcome to the
8 Democrats, 1-minute answers. The first presidential debate was fast-paced, but not negative. The candidates agreeing on the biggest issue, Iraq.
I oppose this war from the start.
The American people have spoken.
This war is a disaster.
Failed policy.
Fundamentally flawed policy. End the war in Iraq.
Just plain get out.
I was wrong to vote for this war. Unfortunately, I'll have to live with that forever.
John Edwards, Barack Obama, and Hillary Clinton, leading in the polls, promised health care reform.
We have to cover everybody, but we've got to improve quality.
We should have a national pool that people can buy into.
I'm proud of the fact that I have a very specific universal health care plan.
A few light moments. Joe Biden asked if he could be less verbose.
Yes.
Obama and Clinton, who conspicuously agreed tonight on the frightening issues.
a president must move as swiftly as is prudent to retaliate. If we are attacked,
and at the same time, building the sort of alliances and trust around the world that has been so lacking over the last 6 years.
I don't think there was any one big winner. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama did basically what they had to do, which was first do no harm. I don't think that any of the so-called second tier broke out.
Hugs all around at the end. From Orangeburg, South Carolina, I'm Steve Handelsman, Channel 4 News.
First the crash, then the arrest. Police slapped the cuffs on a popular singer after she wrecks her Maserati.
And they tried to stop this guy a couple of times, couldn't do it. The chase then with a sudden ending.
And Disneyland investigation. It's our special report at 11:15.
Well, we have a season first for the Dodgers. The Angels made it look easy under the sun, and just when you thought it was over, Kobe decided to shoot, and boy, the Lakers were glad he did, Fritzer.
Hello. Well, temps are going to get warm for a couple of days. How warm and where? We'll talk about my Saturn 7-day outlook just ahead.
Tonight, Jay's All New with Kiefer Sutherland. Jared Miller's Wild Animals Go Way Wild. Macy Gray featuring Natalie Cole. And stuff Jay found on eBay.
Here is something called a Sanjaya Orange.
Then on Conan, Heroes Masioka and Tyra Banks. Tonight. Also starting Monday, catch Conan for an all-new week of shows from San Francisco.
Every drop is important, hence the available 7-speed automatic transmission. See a larger gear ratio spread, intuitive gear selection, enhanced performance, and fuel efficiency. Translation, 25 exhilarating highway miles per gallon. At Mercedes-Benz, it's all about the little things.
See your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer through Mercedes-Benz Financial.
You see things before they happen.
Critics call next a mind-bending adventure. Smart and action-packed.
Now!
The ending will blow you away.
It hasn't happened yet.
Next. Rated PG-13 starts tomorrow.
Which car received the highest possible crash test ratings from IIHS? The highest possible crash test ratings went to the all-wheel drive Subaru Impreza.
Lease the Impreza for $169 per month during the Subaru All-Wheel Deal sales event.
Inside every dressing room, someone is doing their own personal victory dance. 120 fabulous stores at Camarillo Premium Outlets. 130 incredible stores at Desert Hills Premium Outlets. Savings of 25 to 65% every day. Camarillo and Desert Hills Premium Outlets. Discover pure shopping bliss.
The all-new 2007 GMC Yukon, engineered to match your style with the best fuel economy in its class. 22 miles per gallon on the highway. Go ahead, use it where you need it most.
Now get $2,000 total cash back on all 2007 GMC Yukon models. More GMC trucks are sold in LA than anywhere in the nation.
Actress and rapper Eve Jeffers is facing DUI charges after crashing her Maserati in Hollywood. The singer was arrested early this morning after her car went over a road divider. She submitted to a sobriety test, but the results were not released. The 28-year-old Grammy winner was not hurt.
Maybe you saw this one earlier today. A suspected car thief behind bars tonight following a dangerous police pursuit. This whole thing began about 3 o'clock this afternoon in downtown Los Angeles. The suspect right there led police on a 90-minute chase, showing off part of the time. Police tried to stop him using the pit maneuver. That didn't work twice, and the guy kept going. Finally, they spun him around right here into a median to end the pursuit. The suspect then got out. He surrendered, had nowhere to go. A few cars were damaged in this chase, but nobody was hurt.
Coming up right here, a threat against SeaWorld. Who made it and what happened next?
Plus, a little girl who got a little too close to a peacock.
And Fritz with your live Weather Plus Doppler weekend forecast.
On the next Your LA, we channel our inner artists. We kick things off with a lesson in makeup. Then we make a surfboard from scratch. Plus, we visit an artist community that was once the Los Angeles Brewery. All this and more on the next Your LA. Tomorrow at 3.
American Idol and Dancing with the Stars together on Ellen. Go backstage as Ellen hosts a special American Idol. Then Dancing with the Stars Joey Fatone performs. All new Ellen.
Tomorrow at 4 on NBC4.
Why would we put a sport-tuned suspension and magnesium paddle shifters on a Lancer? Another lap?
Let's do it.
Because the all-new rally-inspired Mitsubishi Lancer.
Hey, neighbor, getting the 3-burner grill, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with the 4-burner with infrared technology.
Oh, is that the 4-seater?
Yeah.
Mine seats 6. Oh, and it's got the beverage center.
I go with the Choice deck or the Trex. They're low maintenance and they last.
My deck's gonna be 10 by 15.
15 by 20.
20 by 30. Maybe 2 decks.
At Lowe's, you'll find everything you need to make your backyard the best one on the block.
Nice deck. I mean, mine's bigger, but...
check out the gazebo.
You got a gazebo.
Lowe's. Let's build something together.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado. Available with a 315 horsepower engine and 22 EPA estimated highway miles per gallon. All backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Ford, Dodge, and Toyota. That's why it's the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. And now get $1,000 cash back plus $1,000 purchase bonus cash on any 07 Silverado with eligible vehicle trade-in. See your Southern California Chevy dealer or visit SoCalChevy.com.
On May 1st, something amazing is coming to DVD. Dreamgirls.
1, 2, 3, hit me!
Golden Globe winner Best Picture. And Academy Award winner Jennifer Hudson, Jamie Foxx, Beyonce Knowles, and Eddie Murphy. Dreamgirls. Own it on DVD May 1st.
At Saturn, we pride ourselves on being different. Recently, we even did big different. Introducing the Outlook, an entirely new crossover from Saturn. Seating for 8, safety all around, and better fuel economy than any 8-passenger SUV. It's bigger, it's smarter, it's Saturn. Now, lease an Outlook XE starting at around $349 a month. Call for lease details.
You've probably been to Disneyland, perhaps several times, more than once. But tonight, we've uncovered something about the Magic Kingdom that you probably didn't know. Disneyland has a flight ban. And the big question tonight is, how did they get that special restriction? Channel 4's Chuck Henry here tonight, the investigation and the answers. Chuck?
This flight ban went into effect about 4 years ago, just days after the Iraqi war began. It was supposed to be temporary, but it still exists today. Disney asked for the ban, reportedly out of fear for a terrorist attack, but is there something more to this? Did Disney get special treatment?
Disneyland, known as the happiest place on earth, a place where millions come to visit to escape into a world of fantasy and fun. But there is something going on here. And it's something that Disney refuses to talk about.
As somebody who represents the Disneyland area, I've never had them bring this issue up to me.
Congresswoman Loretta Sanchez is talking about the no-fly zone that's in effect at Disney theme parks in Anaheim and in Orlando, Florida. That's right, a no-fly zone, similar to the one over the White House and the Capitol in Washington, D.C. Disney is the only commercial operation in the United States with a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week flight ban. It's a ban that keeps all aircraft 3 miles away and 3,000 feet at least above the park. But the big question is why? How did Disney get that special restriction?
It was done, from my understanding, in a bill, in an appropriations bill tucked in at the last hour by one of the senators.
Congresswoman Sanchez says that senator was Republican Richard Shelby of Alabama. For his part, Shelby would not comment to Channel 4 News. But Sanchez says Shelby was instrumental in getting Disney its very own no-fly zone by adding it to a $350 billion spending bill in 2003.
I don't understand Shelby's big interest in it.
And Sanchez says many in Congress didn't know what they were voting on, because in the wording of that bill, nowhere did it say Disney.
It hasn't had a hearing. It wasn't made public. It just happened.
The unique status that has been granted the Disney theme parks is something that even Southern California's highest potential terrorist targets don't have, and that includes LAX.
Okay, we're just coming up over the LAX airport.
We hired a pilot in a small plane and flew over the airport terminals, fuel tanks, and even active runways. Then we headed south to Orange County and flew over another potential terror target, the San Onofre nuclear reactor. There are no flight restrictions here either.
Working our way up through Cahuenga Pass and over Universal.
And what about other theme parks in Southern California? Universal Studios, Knott's Berry Farm, and Magic Mountain. None have flight restrictions in place.
It's a joke. It doesn't protect anybody.
This pilot, who did not want to be identified on camera, accidentally violated the Disney flight ban. That was the day after it went into effect in 2003. What happened? The FAA suspended his pilot's license.
If I had been a terrorist that day and wanted to crash that aircraft into Disneyland, there would have been nobody there to stop me from doing that.
This pilot says the flight ban has nothing to do with security and everything to do with competition.
They don't want people doing sightseeing and towing advertising banners around Disneyland.
Disney has refused requests by Channel 4 News for an interview. However, they did release this statement. We believe these overflight restrictions provide an added layer of protection and that they're an appropriate way to further enhance the safety and security of the millions of people who visit our theme parks each year. According to FAA documents, this 3-mile ban on flights around Disneyland was issued for, quote, special security reasons. However, the legislation that created the ban says nothing about what those concerns are or why it includes times when the theme park is closed. Is there something about Disneyland that doesn't exist at other theme parks? Or say the Las Vegas Strip, where there's an even greater concentration of people day and night.
It's amazing, isn't it, the power of the mouse ears? It's amazing.
Although Congresswoman Sanchez supports the flight ban, she has tried to get it temporarily lifted to allow Santa Claus to parachute into a local shopping center in Anaheim. However, her request was denied. The FAA normally suspends the license of pilots who violate the restriction for 30 days. In some cases, a pilot can lose their license altogether. Again, the FAA has refused to comment on this story. Colleen?
SeaWorld employee is under arrest tonight in Orlando, Florida, accused of making violent threats. Orlando police arrested Gilbert Garcia yesterday. According to the investigators there, Garcia told several other SeaWorld employees that he would, quote, do what happened at Virginia Tech, end quote. SeaWorld says Garcia was fired, escorted out of the theme park, and then arrested. Detectives say he told them that he was only joking about how much he disliked SeaWorld.
All right, now to the weather. Our buddy Fritz Coleman. We are entering what they call a good patch. I think they do. Here's Fritz.
Yes, sir, we're smack in the middle of the good patch. We're going to crank up the temperatures a little bit. You know, it's that time of year when the sun's angled a specific way, where without the marine layer, we're getting warm, and we will inland. Low to mid-90s in the warmest day Saturday. News Chopper 4 live up over the newly refurbished Griffith Observatory, and I hear it's spectacular. State-of-the-art exhibits and things. You got to check it out. Well, here's where we're going to get warm and why. We have this area of high pressure that sort of makes its home over the southwest this time of year, and the stronger the high gets, the more it squashes down the marine layer. So there will be patchy areas of low clouds and fog tomorrow morning, but gone quicker, allowing us to warm up, and we'll show you how much. The marine layer remains an issue at the beaches for most of the day, so those temperatures will be normal, 68 to 75. Valleys coming up, though, 85 to 92, mountains 74 to 78, upper deserts 92 to 94, and the lower deserts 98 to 102. This is for both Friday and Saturday, but Saturday 1 or 2 degrees warmer. We have had the surf advisory for west-facing beaches extended by the National Weather Service to tomorrow. Now, we've got 10 to 13-foot surf west-facing, San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara County, and we have some 4 to 6 foot, some 8-foot breakers, Ventura and Los Angeles County, west-facing beaches. Added to that, the problem of minor beach erosion because of the tides and strong rip currents. Just watch your observing down there just for one more day. 1 degree warmer tonight than last night, 56 in downtown LA, 50 up in Apple Valley, 87 there high, 79 at Anaheim and at Mission Viejo. We're going Upper 70s just off the water, mid and upper 60s to low 70s along the coast, 72 at Ventura and Oxnard, 91 degrees at Woodland Hills, 90 at Santa Clarita. And look at the Saturn 7-day outlook. There will be patchy areas of clouds and fog in the morning. 90, the peak tomorrow is slightly above, low to mid 90s on Saturday. Then we'll quickly reverse the process, get a cooling sea breeze in here, return the low clouds and fog to the morning, and take those temperatures down into the upper 60s, actually below normal by Wednesday and Thursday. Real spring weather. Gonna be warm. Good beach weekend, I think.
All right, looking pretty good. Thank you, sir, very much. We'll see you later. All right, sports. Here's Fred. Oh, ye of little faith.
Nobody believed you, Paul. Nobody.
Oh, ye.
All right. After a slow start, Lakers showed something tonight that many had questioned. Their pride. When they had to, they came back with their best game. They are still alive against Phoenix. We go to Staples. Where's the candles? A belated happy birthday to Jack Nicholson, turning 70, and he got a cake. The Suns trying to ruin it for Jack. Early trouble. Amari Stoudemire on the end of the alley-oop for 2 of his 24. Suns began the game on an 11-0 run and would build a 17-point lead. Second quarter, Lakers showed some life. That is Kobe +1. 20 in the first half. Lakers down 3 at the break. Third quarter, Lakers took the lead. Luke Walton. The handoff to Kwame Brown, a career-high playoff 19 for Brown. Lakers up 3. Under 2 minutes to go. Tied at 89. Lamar Odom, contortionist shot. 18 points, 16 boards. Lakers back in front by 2. What can you say about Kobe? I guess he decided to shoot tonight. Fall away, 15 of his 45 down the stretch. That iced it. Lakers won 95-89. We've got a series. Lakers now trail 2-1.
I feel like the guys in there are very confident. They're confident in their abilities. They're confident in what they can do defensively and how we can execute offensively. And that's what we need. You know, when you have a team that's confident and guys are confident in themselves in terms of hitting shots and things like that, then it opens the floor, for me to go to work.
We all looked each other in the face and said we're just going to come out, have fun, and play hard. Even after the sluggish start, we still stayed positive, and that's the key. I don't think I saw that look in anyone's eyes that it was over. Everybody just kept playing.
We get along, man. We watched some film. I think we watched some film of last year in the playoffs, and I think that gave everybody inspiration because we understand. We know our potential. We know how we can play basketball.
It's huge for us. I mean, we know that this one game doesn't mean anything by itself, but the guys in here are a lot more confident. But we know that we're not going to come out Sunday and just beat Phoenix again. We got to bring the same level of energy and play just as well Sunday if we want to win.
Or quickly things can change. Game 4 on Sunday back at Staples. Here we go to the stadium. Nomar Garciaparra bobblehead night, something he can tell his new twin girls about. Dodgers hosting the Giants, second inning. 2 men aboard. Rafael Furcal at the plate, line of pitch to left. That brought home Wilson Betemit, and the Dodgers led it 3-0, but it all got away. Tied at 3 in the 8th. Giants with a man on third and 2 down. Ray Durham drove the Joe Beimel offering to right center. Juan Pierre got over there. Misplayed it. That allowed Vizquel to score. Giants had the lead for good. Dodgers dropped their 4th straight. They're swept for the first time this season. Giants won it 5-4. In a matinee, Angels played host to the Devil Rays, and this was over early on. Bottom 1, no score. Vlad Guerrero unloading starter Jay So for a 2-run shot, 6th of the year. Angels with 5 in the inning and never looked back. They won for the 6th time in 7 games, 11-3 the final. Finally back to Staples, where at halftime they narrowed it down to 5 fans who would get the honor of being named the arena's 25 millionth guest. The envelope, please. Birthday boy Jack Nicholson did the honors, and the lucky customer was Michael Yang of La Mirada. He won a prize package worth $40,000 that includes a pair of premier seats for all events at Staples next season. Naturally, Staples threw in a few pencils and paper clips. All right, that's it. See you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. on AM 570 KLAC with TJ and Tracy Simon. You guys got it.
All right, sir. Actress Sandra Bullock says it happened right in front of her.
Yep, this woman accused of attacking Bullock's husband, Jesse James. Details coming up next.
Nissan Titan, in the race for truck supremacy, is showing its mettle. With Nissan's new Chrome Value Package. Chrome wheels. Chrome step rails. Chrome mirrors and more. Now with $3,500 Nissan cash back or 0.9% financing on the 2007 Titan. Nissan Titan. Say and go. More show.
So you're in my daughter's 5, huh?
Yes, sir.
I'm in there too.
Oh.
My picture's right next to yours. It's almost like I'm watching you all the time.
Is that my phone?
Yes.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Bye, Daddy. I love you.
Love you.
Who's in your Fave 5?
Have a good night.
With My Faves, each family member gets unlimited calls to any 5 people, any number, even landlines. T-Mobile, stick together.
Archer Farms, where incredible food grows every day.
California driving, Dodge.
In the end, all California roads lead to Dodge Ram. Whether it's on blacktop, the top of a mountain, or near the ocean, Dodge Ram is the longest-lasting, most durable line of full-size pickups. Now get 0% APR for 60 months plus $1,000 bonus cash on Ram 1500, one of America's hottest products.
Ireland, a lush green country steeped in thousands of years of history. First discovered by Peter Morse. Just this morning. Inch Strand was discovered on horseback by dentist Barry Stellbaum. And would you believe it? It was in this restaurant in Belfast that Amy Avery of Sonoma, California gained a pound or two discovering fine Irish cuisine. Discover your very own Ireland at discoverireland.com.
Meet the small car with a big attitude. The 2007 Chevy Aveo 5 earned the highest possible rating for frontal impact crash test, 5 stars. And smart drivers love Aveo's EPA estimated 37 highway MPG. Plus, it's backed by the best coverage in America. Better than Honda, better than Toyota. Use $1,000 total trade-in purchase bonus cash to get this 07 Aveo 5 starting at $95.60 with eligible vehicle trade-in. See your Southern California Chevy dealer.
Tonight, a woman accused of trying to run down the husband of actress Sandra Bullock is free on bail. 45-year-old Marsha Valentine has been charged with assault with a deadly weapon. On Sunday morning, she allegedly tried to run down Bullock's husband, Jesse James, in front of the couple's home. James, who is the host of the TV show Monster Garage, was not hurt. Valentine drove away, was arrested, though, on Monday.
Tonight, a 2-year-old girl is recovering after being attacked by a peacock at the LA Zoo. Little Mia Phelan and her mom were being photographed with the peacock Wednesday morning. Suddenly, the big bird jumped up and clawed the little girl in the face.
After it happened, and our first instinct is to hurry up and get her out of there. And we didn't see anyone that worked there. We didn't see security or anything like that, so we're just trying to get out of the park.
Well, she's going to be okay. Mia needed 12 stitches. Officials say this is the first time in 40 years that a peacock has injured a visitor to the zoo.
He is a brilliant mind trapped inside a paralyzed body.
But for a few minutes today, Stephen Hawking was free. Details next.
Tuesday on the Channel 4 News at 11. A booming real estate market, a bustling nightlife.
There's a huge sex industry.
Startup companies making cold, hard cash.
You're looking at a legitimate financial system.
The Second Life, an online virtual world where your alter ego runs wild and real money is made or lost. Will it change the way you use the internet forever? Or is it more hype than hope? Find out if you're ready to lead a second life. Tuesday on the Channel 4 News at 11.
With features like remote power liftgate, remote engine starter, rear backup camera and navigation system. In Jeep Commander or Jeep Grand Cherokee, you can escape to the wilderness. And, when necessary, you can escape from it. Well-qualified returning lessees can now get a low-mileage lease on Commander 4x2 for only $249 a month.
This Friday and Saturday, Mervyn's is having a massive sale with incredible night owl and early bird specials, like 40 to 50% off all swimwear and cover-ups for her, 50 to 60% off all junior and girls Elemento clothing, 55% off select men's shorts, and 30 to 50% off all sandals for the family. And don't miss Mervyn's Jewelry Spectacular event, Million Pair Sandal Sale, and the Men's Semi-Annual Wardrobe Sale, all going on now. Only at Mervyn's Massive Sale.
There's fear always in life, of trepidation of what's on the other side of the wall, or should I do this, or should I not do this, or what's going to happen, and it's just the right move. The reality is you have to be willing to fall, but you just have to make sure that you fall forward.
Visit your local Cadillac dealer.
Homeowners, hundreds of suppliers are lining up to meet you at the Home and Garden Show this weekend at Long Beach Convention Center. Start your dream project this weekend at the Long Beach Home and Garden Show.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. Attractive leases available on all 2007 IS models for a limited time at your Lexus dealer.
Closed captioning is brought to you by your local Saturn retailer and the Saturn Aura Sports Sedan, named the 2007 North American Car of the Year.
Famed astrophysicist Stephen Hawking floated in weightlessness on board a zero-gravity jet today. Hawking, considered one of the world's greatest minds, suffers from Lou Gehrig disease and has been confined to a wheelchair for most of his life. A big fan of his arranged the flight to give his idol a chance to experience freedom from paralysis, and that he did.
That wraps it up for us tonight. Don't forget, Today in LA starts at 5 a.m. with mileage stickers. Are they really all that accurate?
And at 6 a.m., the teenager who hiccuped for weeks and the implant that finally cured her.
For local news coverage around the clock, go to our website, NBC4.TV.
Stay tuned for Jay, and tonight he welcomes Jared Miller and Macy Gray.